So, hey everybody, thank you for joining. I'm Bree, and I'm from the Life at Humber team, and this is our We Got You Live series, a weekly series where we answer your big questions. So today's guest is a pro baker. The bigger the disaster, the happier she is. She's afraid of heights, yet somehow a downhill skier. Introducing Health Promotions Coordinator Stephanie Santorsola. Thank you for going live with us today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much, Bree. It's wonderful to be here.
Wonderful. Okay, we're just going to jump into our big question for today. So as we know, a portion of the programs are being held on campus this semester, and masks are required when you are on campus. But what do you do if you have a medical reason for not being able to wear a mask? Are you there, Stephanie? Are you there, Stephanie?
Yeah, now I hear it.
Were you able to hear my question?
No, unfortunately, sorry. Technical. I think
That's no problem. That's no problem. we can go over it again. So, what happens when you have a medical reason for not being able to wear a mask on campus? How do you get an exemption, or like what do you have to do to make sure that you're safe and you're covered?
So, effective July 7, 2020, a bylaw was enacted in Toronto saying that masks need to be worn indoors. Humber and Guelph Humber, they've also adopted that policy because it is a bylaw. But there are some individuals that might have difficulties wearing a mask, and they might have a medical reason for that. So if that applies to anyone and they feel that they can't wear a mask because of they're having difficulty breathing, or they would like to discuss with respect to medical exemptions, the best thing to do is to reach out either to the health center at humber.ca, or they can email me directly at stephanie.santorsola@humber.ca, and we will have a discussion to explore what the concerns are. In addition to that, it's also to ensure that we're having safety for everybody, because Humber really embraces that inclusive environment. So we want everybody on our campus to feel safe, and we really want to do everything that we can do to stop the spread of this virus, because we don't want to go back to stage one. We want to stay open. So having the discussion about the importance of preventative measures, including masks and other things that we can do. And if a mask is absolutely something that someone cannot wear due to a medical concern, well, we'll explore alternatives to keep everybody safe.
Of course, of course. What was that email that they can email if they feel like they need an exemption? What was that again?
Either they can contact the health center at humber.ca, or email me directly at Stephanie with an F, not a PH, at .santorsola@humber.ca.
Okay, great. We'll be sure to leave that information in the description so students can find it whenever they need it. What are alternatives to wearing a cloth mask?
Ideally, we are recommending cloth masks, non-medical masks, so not the N95s, because we want to save that for the healthcare providers, because we know there is a shortage. And we're really going to go through the different varieties of the masks, because for the most part, with the masks, they're comfortable, there's lightweight, there's a huge variety of them out there. And it's just a matter of sometimes trying a variety of ones that are going to make individuals feel more comfortable. Now, saying that, if some individuals find that they absolutely cannot wear a mask, it interferes with their breathing, they can't do that. And even if we go through the alternatives, then another possible suggestion as an option would be, ultimately, we're going to definitely say maintain the preventative measures, that physical distancing, hand washing, and we might then also say possibly a face shield, and this would be a face shield. This is not a substitution for a mask, okay? This is a potential option for those individuals that possibly cannot, under any circumstances, wear a mask. This, again, is not a substitute. Face shields are not substitutions for face masks, but in those circumstances, we're going to try alternatives, and the face shield is one of them.
Amazing, great. So if you're on campus and you see somebody who is not wearing a mask, what do you do in that situation?
The big thing, we have to remember that some individuals cannot wear a mask. They have breathing issues or they have medical reasons as to why they can't wear a mask. So really important for us as a community that is encouraging a concept of respect, compassion, recognize that. So no negative comments, no snide remarks, no looking at the individual negatively, no negative connotations. Just recognize that there are some individuals that cannot wear a mask. So we just want to promote a society, a community of respect and compassion.
Mm-hmm. I also hear that there are going to be physically distancing champions on campus. So can you speak more about that?
Yeah, so with the physical distancing champions, because we know preventing the spread of COVID, it's a variety of preventative measures. And we know COVID spreads through our respiratory secretions and they can travel 6 feet. That's why we say stay apart 6 feet, in addition to the other preventative measures, including hand washing, etc. So these physical distancing champions, they're going to be from different departments from Humber, and they're going to be identified wearing a button, walking around the campus. And definitely, if they notice individuals congregating together and getting into groups and not maintaining that 6 feet of physical distance, they're going to just be very gentle, very supportive, really providing that health teaching of the importance of engaging in that physical distancing and why they should, and resources available. It's just to make everybody aware, because we really want to stop this spread. We want to get back to our normal lives.
Yeah, of course. So if you feel like you need like some help getting to classes or even assistance, I hear that you can also ask these physically distancing champions to help guide you as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. They can help guide you to the class. They can link you up with resources. If you have concern about how to stay healthy and safe, they can give you some information or link you up to SWAC or other resources throughout Humber. Again, we're wanting to ensure everybody on our campus, staff, students, faculty, visitors, everyone that comes there is safe. And again, prior to coming indoors, you're going to have to do that Humber Guardian app to make sure that you're able to enter our premises. But while you're on the premises, Humber has a commitment to keeping you safe and healthy.
Yes, of course. So again, they're going to be wearing a button on their shirt, right?
Yes, I don't know what
All
the
right,
button
so
looks
look out
like.
for those buttons and, and reach out to people if you need help with the people who are wearing the buttons. Perfect. Great. Do you have any more tips for people who cannot wear a mask? Like what kind of safety precautions can they take in addition to those visors?
Definitely, with preventative measures of stopping the spread of COVID, there's a variety of things that we do. One, it has been recommended by the health officials, also now a bylaw in Toronto, that we have to wear masks indoors and when we can't ensure that physical distancing. So masks are recommended, because remember, a mask protects me from spreading any of my secretions to you. Your mask protects me. So that's the premise of these masks. And again, we're saying not to wear the N95s or the medical masks, because that's for the healthcare providers. So, the fabric masks, and there's a wide variety of them out there on the market, that's what we are recommending to wear. The other thing, in addition to that, we're saying the 6 feet physical distancing, because secretions spread 6 feet, whether we talk, we sing, we cough, we sneeze. 6 feet is the distance our secretions are going to pass. But also other preventative measures, washing your hands frequent, often. So important to do that. And definitely before you are eating anything. And again, it's really important to wash your hands before you put your mask on, and even when you take your mask off, to wash your hands. And we can talk about how to properly put on a mask as well. Other things, stay home if you're sick. Rest, recuperate, get well. And at the same time, I know we're all getting kind of a little bit tired of maintaining this physical distancing, not really enjoying our lives, but it's so important not to congregate and not to have parties, not to get together with so many people. We have to stop this spread. So it's a variety of preventative measures that we do. And definitely, the Guardian app, going on there, looking for those symptoms. And if you're concerned about your symptoms, if you've come in contact with someone or you think you might have COVID, go get tested. find out for the fact, because that's the way that we're going to stop this spread. We need to
Of
halt it.
course. Yeah, the number one priority is keeping everybody safe and lowering the numbers, especially the Humber community. So even if you see somebody who's not wearing a mask on campus, it's not your job to go up to them and ask them to wear a mask. If you are concerned, you can talk to one of those physically distancing champions and they will handle the situation.
Yeah, and if you do see someone on campus, and you're worried that they're not wearing a mask, etc., even email us at the health center. We can address your concerns as well, find out what was going on, how you feel, etc. Because again, we want to keep everybody safe and we want to provide that climate of inclusiveness. So yeah, reach out to us with any questions.
Yes, of course, of course. Lean on our Humber services. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Would you like to do a demonstration for us on how to put on a mask?
Sure. So I have
Great.
a couple of masks here. So
Okay, for people listening on the podcast, this is also available in podcast format. We do have videos online at humber.ca/campus-return, and you can watch videos all about that there. So I'll just leave it to you, Stephanie, to give us our demonstration here.
absolutely. So with masks, the important thing is, with the cloth masks, they're reusable. We're going to take care of them, okay? But before we put any type of mask on, wash your hands. Wash with soap and water or use the hand sanitizer before you put a mask on. And it should always be a clean mask, okay? So here I'm going to have a reusable cloth mask. So with my cloth mask, again, I'll always make sure it's clean. And when you put it on, don't handle it at the front. Don't grab it like this at the front, okay? Grab it by the elastic strings, or if there's ties, you don't want to be handling the front of the mask. Even though my hands are clean, ideally you don't. So you use the elastic parts, kind of put one on the ear, one on the other ear, and you don't wear it like this, okay?
No,
It has to cover your mouth
I have to cover
and
the
your
nose.
nose. Exactly. Okay. And you
Perfect.
also tuck it under your chin a little bit as well. Now, on the sides, you don't want it to have it open and gaping, okay? Because otherwise, when I'm talking, my secretions are going to be coming out of the sides, okay? So it has to be nice and taut on the face. And if at the top, there's a metal clip here, smooth it on your nose, okay? Because you don't want it open as well. And if you wear glasses like I do, just make sure your mask is underneath your glasses, okay? So a good fit is like this. And at the same time, if you have a good mask, you should not be adjusting it. When people are doing this because it's constantly sliding down. Well, that means you need a good mask. You need to change your mask. You need to get another one. Your mask should not require adjustment throughout the day, okay? You don't wear a mask like this. You don't wear your mask like this. And you don't wear your mask on your head, okay? Your mask has to be properly on your face the whole time, and it should be minimal adjustment. And you don't want to be touching the front of this either. So at the end of the day, when I'm done with my mask, or if I have to change my mask because it's damp, it gets dirty, what you're going to do, again, you don't touch the front of the mask. Think it's contaminated here as well, okay? You're going to grab it by one loop, grab it by the other, kind of hold it. You'll have either a Ziploc bag or a Tupperware that on the top of the Tupperware with a lid, write mask. So that's the only thing that you use it in. So at the end of the day, you drop it in your bag, seal it, take it home, wash it, and use your other one the other day. And once you take off your mask at the end of the day, make sure you wash your hands, okay? And you want to handle your used mask minimally. When you get home, you either want to put it in the washing machine on the hot setting to wash it, or if you don't have access to a washing machine, use soap and water. Use it quite warm that you can handle it. Wash your mask really, really well. If you have access to a dryer, toss it in the dryer on the hot to warm setting to dry it. If you don't have access to that, then hang it to dry. But make sure you have more than one mask, okay?
Yeah, for
Really
sure, for sure.
important.
You don't want to be doing laundry every day for your mask or washing it every day, so it is really smart to have more than one.
Exactly. And then also recognize, just like your clothes, masks wear out after a while. So, if you feel that that mask is torn, damaged, not doing what it needs to do, like it's not giving you that protection, replace it. And worst case scenario, if you're at Humber and your mask is not effective, it breaks or it's too damp, you can't wear it because you don't want to be wearing a damp mask or a dirty mask and you need a replacement, definitely come up and see us at SWAC. We'll give you that replacement, okay?
Great. Yeah.
But please, really important, wear your masks properly. Don't hang, the single-use masks on your rear view mirror in your car. These are single-use masks. Once they've been worn, they're done.
Discard.
Okay?
Yeah.
We don't keep them. That's why cost-efficient, sustainable cloth masks in the long run are much more effective because, it doesn't cost us a lot of money. And it's also good for the environment. These have to go in the garbage, not recycling, not on the floor, garbage. But these we can reuse. So the important thing is, please wear a mask. My mask protects you. Your mask protects me.
Amazing, amazing advice. Thank you so much for that demonstration and for clarifying all of that for everybody. But with that said, we're just going to go through the comments now. So if you left a comment, we're going to be looking through those. And also, if we don't get to your comment, just leave it, DM us or direct message us through Instagram, and then we would be able to answer you as soon as we can. Someone says, thank you for the advices. Thank you. Thank you for answering. And yeah, the answers, the questions that we answer throughout the live are the questions that have to do with the topic of the live. So if you ask the question and we don't get to it, just message us and we will answer that way. So it looks like we're pretty good for questions. But with that said, thank you so much for chatting with us, Stephanie. You provided so much great information for us. Do you have any additional comments for folks?
Definitely, let's be leaders. Let's make sure Humber, we're keeping everybody safe. We want to get back to our normal lives. We want to get back to normal process. So please, everybody, be safe. Do your preventative measures, hand washing, physical distancing, no parties, wearing your mask.
Yeah, be the example. Yeah.
And if anybody, you have any questions you're not certain, please reach out to any and all of us. We're all there to support each other. We're all in there together.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie. This is the end of our live. Thank you and stay safe out there. And we'll see you on the next one. All right.
Bye. Thanks, Bree.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.